Goranga Karuna Goro Dina Hina Jane Samapatita Prabhu Nahi Chibhuvane Goranga Karuna Goro Dina Hina Jane Samapatita Prabhu Nahi Chibhuvane Goranga Karuna Koro Dina Hina Jane Samapatita Prabhu Nahi Chibhuvane Dante Chinadari Gora Taki Hai Tomar Hipakari Eso Amar Hidaya Mandir Goranga Karuna Koro Dina Hina Jane Samapatita Prabhu Nibhuvane Jadi Dayana Karibe Patita Dekiya Patita Pavana Nama Kishera Lagiya Goranga Karuna Koro Dina Hina Ane Samapatita Prabhu Nahi Chibhuvane Padeci Baba Tufane Nahikanista Chicharane Tarani Dane Yase Karapa Karuna Koro Dina Hina Ane Samapatita Prabhu Nahi Chibhuvane Adichi Baba Tufane Nahi Kanista Shicharana Tarani Dane Rase Karaba Goranga Karuna Koro Dinayina Kane Mosamapatita Prabhu Nahi Jibuvane Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Dasiran Das Partana Koraye Sada Narottamada Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Bolo Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Bolo Gopi Jana Balaba Girivardhari Bolo Gopi Jana Balaba Girivardhari Yashoda Nandana Bhaja Jana Ranjana Yashoda Nandana Bhaja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Dira Banachari Yamuna Dira Banachari Jaya Radha Madhava is coming. Bihari is late. Jaya Radha Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Balaba Girivardhari Bolo Gopi Jana Balaba Girivardhari Gopi Jana Balaba Girivardhari Yashoda Nandana Bhaja Jana Ranjana Yashoda Nandana Bhaja Jana Ranjana Yashoda Nandana Bhaja Jana Ranjana Jamuna Dira Banachari Jamuna Dira Banachari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Nitai Gaura Premanande Ki Jai Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Gaura Premanande Haribo. Hare Krishna. Thank you all for braving the snow and the cold and the sleet. We have tonight a special guest, His Holiness Hridayananda Goswami Maharaj, senior disciple of Srila Prabhupada, and a person who has achieved many wonderful things in his illustrious career as a devotee of ISKCON and devotee of Srila Prabhupada. He has completed the translation of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Prabhupada translated up to 10th chapter, maybe 4 or 5, 10th canto, 4 or 5 chapters, and Maharaj completed up to the end of the 12th chapter with the help of other senior Sanskrit scholars in our movement. He's also has many thousands of disciples in South America and Mexico, the United States, and other parts of the world. He's a PhD scholar in Sanskrit and in philosophy, and he happens to be here tonight. And we're very happy to welcome him to our humble temple. So let's give give some applause to Maharaj. We'll turn over the microphone. Hare Krishna. Make this complete. Huh? Does he want to sit there? Ask him if he wants to sit there. Yeah, bring a chair. Oh, topic. Your topic? It's about Krishna. It starts with a C. Yes, that's what it is. Yes, yes, that's.
Yeah, anything. Yeah, that's fine.
Anything you want an extension?
Yeah,
Do you have your? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
We need to plug his computer.
Who has a computer?
Look at it.
Stay for a while. Just take my coat off. Oops.
Usually have RT at 7:30, but you can run a little later.
Oh yeah, it's 7 o'clock.
Presentation?
Yeah, sure. Do you want this? Yeah. Hello.
Can you copy to
Yeah, sure.
You want buy Okay. We'll get on that.
I can
He can.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it over this way. I'll move the chair over.
The right one?
Yeah. There you go.
Shadow.
Is there a Bhagavad Gita in the house? Oh, thank you.
Do you want it?
PowerPoint presentation, or would you like to?
Oh, no. Hare Krishna. So I'd like to thank Hari Vilas Prabhu for inviting me to come here. He's an old friend of mine. I'm going to speak from Bhagavad Gita as it is by Srila Prabhupada, chapter 11, text 37. And here's the Sanskrit. Kasmat cha te nanamiran mahatman gariyase brahmano pyadi kartre ananta devesha jagannivasa Tvamaksharam Sarasat Tatparanjat. So this is, of course, Arjuna's prayer to Krishna. In chapter 11, after Arjuna has seen the overwhelming vision, he's seen the overwhelming Krishna's manifestation of the universal form, the Vishvarupa. Is there some water? So here's Prabhupada's translation. O great one, greater even than Brahma, you are the original creator. Why then should they not offer their respectful obeisances unto you? O limitless one, God of gods, refuge of the universe, you are the invincible source, the cause of all causes, transcendental to this material manifestation. So Prabhupada's purport. By this offering of obeisances, Arjuna indicates that Krishna is worshipable by everyone. He is all-pervading, and he is the soul of every soul. Arjuna is addressing Krishna as Mahatma, which means that he is most magnanimous and unlimited. Ananta indicates that there is nothing which is not covered by the influence and energy of the Supreme Lord, and Devesha, Deva Isha, means that he is the controller of all demigods and is above them all. He is the shelter of the whole universe. Arjuna also thought that it was fitting that all the perfect living entities and powerful demigods offer their respectful obeisances unto him, because no one is greater than him. Arjuna especially mentions that Krishna is greater than Brahma, because Brahma is created by him. Brahma is born out of the lotus stem growing from the navel abdomen of Garbho Dakashayi Vishnu, who is Krishna's plenary expansion. Therefore Brahma and Lord Shiva, who is born of Brahma, and all other demigods must offer their respectful obeisances. It is stated in Srimad Bhagavatam that the Lord is respected by Lord Shiva and Brahma and similar other demigods. The word Aksharam is very significant because this material creation is subject to destruction, but the Lord is above this material creation. He is the cause of all causes, and being so, he is superior to all the conditioned souls within this material nature, as well as the material cosmic manifestation itself. He is therefore the all-great Supreme. So that was Prabhupada's purport. Om Jnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Mano Bhistang Stapitang Jena Bhutale Sayang Rupa Kadama Yang Dadati Swapadantikam. That's a pretty fancy water holder. Oops. So, Arjuna begins this verse with a question, kasmat, which means why. Literally from what? Or why? Kasmat cha te nanamedan mahatman. why should they not bow to you? Why should they not bow to you? So, to understand who they are, if we look back to the previous verse, why should they not bow to you? So who are they? In the previous verse, Lord Krishna said, or actually Arjuna said, Arjuna uvacha stane rishikesha. Stane rishikesha. Tava prakirtya jagat prahishyat yanurajate cha. Stanam, in Sanskrit, we still have it in English, of course, standing, status. That's all Sanskrit, stanam. So, sthana means a place, and in Sanskrit, sort of, is an expression, sthane, literally in its place. In other words, it's correct, it's in its place. Prabhupada translates sthane rightly. Rightly. Which, of course, is literally sthane, in its place. Sthane rishikesha, rightly Rishikesha, or in its place. Tava prakirtya. Tava, of course, means your, just like Tavakara Kamala, your. And prakirtya means by the glorification of you. Kirti is the same as kirtanam. And so here, prakirti, which means something like direct glorification. How was your dance? So here we have Tava prakirtya, by the direct glorification of you. Tava prakirtya, jagat prahishyati, the universe rejoices. Jagat prahishyati, anurajyate cha, and becomes attached to you. Because to know him is to love him, as they say. Remember that song? To know. Anyway. So, it's very interesting. Arjuna says that the universe rejoices and becomes attached to you by your glory, or by glorifying you. And rakshangsi bhitani, the wicked people, the rakshas or rakshasas, wicked people are frightened. They're disturbed, just like you see sometimes in the university, they become very disturbed if someone wants to talk about God. This will ruin our whole intellectual project if someone actually talks about what is most important. So, jagat prahishyati, the universe rejoices, anurajyate cha, and becomes attached to you. Rakshangsi bhitani, the wicked people are frightened, and disho dravanti, literally they flee to the directions. In other words, they just run all over the place. They just disho dravanti, they flee to in all directions. Disho dravanti sarve namasyanti cha siddha sangha, and all the communities, sanghas, all the communities of perfected people or successful people, those who have actually succeeded in life, and those who have actually achieved the goal of life, those communities, called here Siddha Sangha, they all bow to you. In other words, someone that doesn't bow to Krishna is basically a loser. And of course, here it's stated in a non-sectarian way. The Lord and people may not have achieved the stage of understanding Krishna, but somehow they must bow to God. So, sarve namasyanti cha siddha sangha. So it's very interesting. Arjuna says that this is proper. This is the way it should be. It's in its place. Why? Because Krishna is objectively supreme. Krishna is objectively supreme. And in fact, whatever anyone is attracted to is Krishna. So no one can say they don't appreciate God. They just don't know that it's God they're appreciating. I mean, Krishna says that in the Bhagavad Gita at the end of the previous chapter 10. He says, Jajad vibhuti matsatvam. Any existing thing which is vibhuti mat, which has some special opulence, either beauty, power, wisdom, or whatever. Actually, I can do a little grammar here. I mean, I think it's interesting. Sanskrit is a very fascinating language. The word vibhuti In chapter 10, where Krishna identifies himself as the best of all different categories of existing things, like of bodies of water, I'm the ocean, or of the Pandavas, I'm Arjuna. So that in that chapter 10, Krishna says that I am all the best of every category of existing things. And before he gives that list in chapter 10, and after, to sum up, he says that at the beginning of chapter 10, he frames that discussion. When Krishna says that I am the greatest of every category, he frames that list by first saying, I'm going to tell you about my vibhutis. About my vibhutis. And after he's finished the list, he said, what I just explained to you is my vibhutis. And then he, of course, says, Jajad vibhuti mat sattvam, any existing thing which possesses vibhuti. And so what is this word vibhuti? The Sanskrit verb bhu means to be. The be in the English word be is Sanskrit bhavati. And so bhuti means an existing thing. It can also mean power, something which has real existence. Or strong existence. And V in Sanskrit means to divide. In Sanskrit, there are two prefixes which have opposite meanings, sang and V. Sang, like sankirtan, means everyone together, everyone chanting together. That is sankirtan. If you can tolerate a little more grammar. Actually, in English, we still have a direct prefix from the Sanskrit sang, like in sankirtan, which came through Greek as syn, like sin, synthesis. In other words, when you bring everything together, that's the synthesis, or symbiotic, life working together. So anyway, the opposite of sang is V, which means apart. And this prefix V, which means apart, is taken in different ways. It can mean, for example, drifting apart in the sense of losing the point, going off track, as in vikarma. Vikarma is action, activity, which deviates, which goes off track, so to speak. But it can also have a positive sense, in the sense of categorical, everything divided in its own position. So it means like a categorical truth. And here it's used in that sense of vibhuti. So Krishna says, Jajad vibhuti mat. Mat in Sanskrit is the same as vat, like Bhagavat, it means one who possesses. So whatever possesses vibhuti. So just as V can mean to separate or categorical, so a vibhuti is an opulence in the sense that when existence expands, or when existence grows, that is called vibhuti. You understand? I mean, it's simple. So Krishna says, whatever sattvam. Sat in Sanskrit literally is the present participle of the verb to be. It means being. It literally means being. And it has a sense of real, true being, spiritual being. And so, anyway. So, yajad vibhuti mat sattvam, any existing thing, sattvam, something which has the quality of true existence. So any existing thing, any sattva, which has vibhuti, which has expansive existence or some opulence, jajad vibhuti mat sattvam, srimad, if it possesses sri, beauty or opulence, wealth, if it's srimad, urjitam, if it's powerful, eva, well, in any of these things, Krishna says tatareva, which in Sanskrit literally means in each and every case. In each and every case. Tatareva avagacha twang, understand. Even the word understand, which we translate that, is actually very interesting. Avagacha. Ava in Sanskrit means downward, as in avatara, the one who crosses down from the spiritual plane to the material plane is called avatara. Tara means crossing. So gacha means go. And avagacha, therefore, literally means go down. And what it means is to go deeply into a subject matter here. So avagacha means understand in the sense of go deeply into it. So Krishna says, Tattadeva avagacha twang, in each and every case, of all opulent or extraordinary things. In each and every case, go deeply into it, and you will discover that it is Mama Tejo Angsa. It is simply a spark of my splendor, as it's translated in our Gita. Angsa means a part. For example, in Mahabharata, when it's describing how all the demons came down and took on human identities in order to take over the earth, like Kamsa, for example, who had been Kalanemi in his previous life. The Mahabharata actually begins in the Bhagavatam in chapter 8 with the churning of the ocean of milk. Because the demons churned the ocean, the demons and the demigods churned the ocean of milk, produced nectar, and then Krishna came as Mohini Murti, bewildered the asuras and gave all the nectar to the demigods. And so it was directly as a result of that the demigod, the asuras attacked the gods, and Krishna came again to save them. So if you read the 8th canto of the Bhagavatam, you find that the leader of the asuras was, oh my God, what's his name? Rusty, sorry. But anyway, the leader of the asuras later took birth on earth as Jarasandha. So Jarasandha, if you read the Bhagavatam, 10th canto, what you find is that really the most powerful asura is really Jarasandha, who's, by the way, a cousin of Vyasadeva, which is an interesting point. Because Shantanu had a daughter named Satyavati. Satyavati married Shantanu, and she gave birth to, of course, she gave birth to Vyasadeva before Shantanu by her connection with Parashara Muni. But then Jarasandha is the son of Brihadsena, and Brihadsena, or Brihadrata, I should say, Brihadrata, is the son of King Vasu. I'm sorry, let me get that straight. Back up. King Vasu, who was from Chedi, which is just below Jhansi. The Chedi kingdom. Later Shishupala was from Chedi. Chedi is sort of right in that lowest part of Uttar Pradesh where it meets Madhya Pradesh, near Jhansi. That was the kingdom of Chedi. So Vasu, King Vasu, who at the time, Prabhupada says that normally whoever was king in Hastinapur was a ruler of the earth. But actually the Mahabharata states that at that time, about 4 or 5 generations before Krishna came, that actually Indra himself personally made King Vasu the emperor of the world. So actually the seat of political power in Bharatvarsha 5 or 6 generations before Krishna was in Chedi, King Vasu. King Vasu's daughter was Satyavati. Sorry for that. King Vasu's daughter was Satyavati, and he had a son named Brihadrata. Satyavati gave birth to Vyasadeva, and Brihadrata gave birth to Jarasandha. So Vyasadeva and Jarasandha were actually first cousins. So if you really go deeply into the story, there's all kinds of things that come out. So anyway, the chapter, and then there was another demon named Kalanemi. If you read the 8th canto of the Bhagavatam, the demigods and demons were fighting over the nectar, and then Vishnu came riding on Garuda. Now, if you look closely at what happened when Vishnu shows up there in the sky, riding on Garuda, Kalanemi, Nemi means rim, like the rim of a wheel. So sometimes Kala is compared to this wheel. It just like crushes everything. And the rim of that crushing wheel was Kalanemi. So it's kind of a heavy name. So Kalanemi immediately attacked Vishnu and Garuda. Now what's interesting here is that he attacked Vishnu before Vishnu did anything. Vishnu might have just said to the demigods and demons, let's talk about this, let's work out a deal. So before Vishnu had said anything, Kalanemi threw this trident at Garuda. Vishnu, this is all in the 8th canto, Vishnu simply grabbed the trident in midair, threw it back at Kalanemi so hard that it went through his body, hit his lion mount, went through the lion he was riding on, and into the earth. So this Kalanemi of all the Bali Maharaj, by the way, was also present at that battle, but did not attack Vishnu. And Bali later, of course, will be involved with Vishnu again in the form of Vamana. This is actually pre-Vamana. But Bali did not attack the Lord. And so at that point, just as Jarasandha, I forget his original name, it's just slipping my mind right now, but he came to earth as the head of the demons during that battle on the higher planets. He came to earth as Jarasandha, and Kalanemi came to earth as Kamsa. And that's why Narada Muni, when he went to Kamsa, told him that in your previous life, Vishnu killed you. And so that Vishnu killing Kamsa in his previous life, that's of course in the 8th canto of the Bhagavatam. And not only Kamsa and Jarasandha, but many other asuras came to the earth. And of course, it's at that point, that's why Bhumi, the earth, went to Brahma and said, my planet's out of control. So that's actually the beginning of the 10th canto, when it said that once the world was overburdened by the unnecessary armies of demons disguised as kings. Demons disguised as kings is meant literally, because they were not actually from Earth. They were actually extraterrestrials. These people were coming from another planet. They were asuras, and they disguised themselves in human bodies. And that's why Bhumi couldn't deal with it, because she's only able to deal with humans. So she went to Brahma, and then Brahma went to Vishnu, and Vishnu said, okay, we're going to deal with this, and now the demigods should all appear on the earth. They should through angshas, through expansions, they should expand themselves. And for example, Indra expanded himself as Arjuna. And Dharmaraj or Yamaraj expanded himself as Yudhishthir, Vayu as Bhima, and so on, the Ashwins. So, but again, in the Bhagavatam, Krishna uses that same word angsha. And so that whole section of Mahabharata that describes how the Asuras came down and how the Devas came down is called the Anshavatarana chapter. The chapter about the descent of the Angshas, or the parts, the portions. And so also Krishna uses the same word angsha in chapter 15 of the Gita, when he says, Mamaivangsha jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatana, the eternal living being conditioned in this world is my angsha. So this is all the same word angsha, and this is the same word that Krishna uses in the Gita when he says, if you go deeply into your observation of all wonderful things in this world, in each and every case you will find it is simply my tejo angsha. Is an angsha a part or a spark of my splendor? So, therefore, anything that anyone is attracted to, they're actually attracted to Krishna. If a man is attracted to a beautiful woman, or a woman to a man, if we're attracted to Mount Rainier, the majesty of a great mountain, or beautiful music, literature, personal power, science, whatever we are attracted to, whatever we admire, is actually an angsha. It's just part of Krishna. And therefore, everyone in the world, atheist, agnostic, theist, everyone in the world is actually attracted to Krishna. They simply don't know it's to Krishna they're attracted. I used to give this example when I used to be in charge of Alachua, Florida, actually all of Florida. We built started to build that large community there, and one time I was just out for a little japa walk on the farm. There was no one around. That was before Alachua grew. There was a lot of peace and quiet there. Sometimes too much. And Florida is very sandy. The soil is very sandy. So I was just sitting there. I just stopped and was sitting in the sand there on one of the roads on the farm, chanting, and an ant crawled on my arm, which in itself would not be newsworthy. But I realized at that point that the ant, on the one hand, understood my arm better than I do. I mean, that ant literally knew every freckle and hair. as they say, on my arm. And actually knew the terrain of my arm, because I don't generally meditate on my arm. And I've never really made a serious study of my freckles or hairs. So in one sense, the ant knew my arm better than me. On the other hand, the ant had absolutely no idea that it was an arm, that it was actually an arm, that the arm belonged to a human being, or what a human being is, or that we're on a farm. It had none of that knowledge. So in the same way, if you look at modern science, on the one hand, they have this advanced knowledge of all the little details of the world, like an ant crawling on your arm. But on the other hand, they have no idea they're actually crawling around on the body of God. When they study geology or astronomy, physics, whatever, they have no idea. They're just like the ant is navigating your arm, right? All the terrain and the hairs. So the scientists don't know they're actually on the body of God. They're on the Vishwarupa of Krishna. And they don't know that everything they admire is actually Krishna. It's actually Krishna's opulence. So that's what Krishna says in each and every case. Everything you admire is actually part of me, part of my splendor. So going back to the verse now that I read at the beginning, Arjuna says, given all of these facts, kasmat chate namin, why shouldn't people bow to you? There's no good reason for anyone not to bow to Krishna. And ignorance is not a good reason. I mean, it's a good reason in the sense that it logically satisfies the question of why people don't bow to Krishna. But it's not a good reason in the sense of being a rational approach to life. And that's what Arjuna is saying here. Kasmat chate nanameran Mahatma, great soul, why should they not bow to you? Gariya se brahmanoapi, you're even greater than Brahma. You are the first or original, literally, maker. Like in English biblical language, they say, like, what do they say? You should fear your maker, or what's that expression with the word maker in it? But anyway, your God is referred to as one's maker. And that's the word here, kartra. So why Krishna is the first maker, the first doer, the first one who makes everything, including Brahma. Ananta, which means infinite. Ant, the Sanskrit word anta, we still have in English, just with the change of one consonant, as the word end. End is just ant. And so ananta means endless, infinite. So Krishna is called Ananta, Devesha, Deva Isha, Lord of the demigods, Lord of the God, Jaganivasa, the abode of the universe. This is very interesting. Nivasa, you know this word nivasa, dwelling or residence. Nivas, you still have in Indian languages. So Krishna uses the verb of niva. The verb is nivas. And he says, one who's always fixed in me in chapter 12, who's always thinking of me, nivasishasi maeva, will dwell in me alone. Your ultimate address will be, 108 Krishna Street or something. You will actually dwell in Krishna. So even though apparently we are dwelling in the body, we are dwelling in, Samamish or whatever other city or state or country, we're actually dwelling in Krishna if we're Krishna conscious. And here Arjuna says that again. Actually, he says it earlier. That'll come the next chapter. Arjuna calls Krishna Jagan Nivasa. Krishna, for example, who's the abode of the goddess of fortune, is called Sri Nivasa or Sri Vasa, the abode of Sri. And so here, Jagan Nivasa, the abode of the universe. The abode of the universe. Tvam Aksharam, you are unperishing. Sadasat, you are cause and effect, the high and the low, and that which is beyond all that. So from our point of view, knowing that no one has a good reason not to bow to Krishna, and that everything that everyone admires in this world is actually Krishna, our duty is to take this to the world. Our duty is to help people to understand that they're actually looking for Krishna. And the Vaishnavas are, Karunika, Suhridak Sarva Dehinang, the well-wishers of all conditioned souls. All conditioned souls. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Samohang Sarva Bhuteshu, I am equal to all beings. Name Dveshu, say I don't hate anyone. Name Priya, I don't favor anyone. Like a good parent. And then Krishna says about us, Samak Sarveshu Bhuteshu Mad Bhakting Labate Parang, chapter 18, I think 54, that we can only achieve the highest bhakti. We can only achieve advanced Krishna consciousness if we are equal to everyone, without any consideration of body type. If we are equal to everyone, then we achieve the highest bhakti. So that's the message. Do any questions on these points? No? You? No, just scratching your nose. That's okay. Yes.
Krishna said, Samak Sattu Samak Sattu
Yeah.
Tatamana Samana. That one equal to friends and envy, and fame and infamy, heat and cold, and one avoids bad association and so forth. And the Tuya Ninda, whether it's fame or infamy, yeah. So the ability to do that requires a lot of faith in God. And can you talk about that a little bit? Because
Sure.
it's a very important thing. One cannot go back to Godhead unless they have this sense of neutrality.
Right. Okay, just the people that are watching other places. Harivilas Prabhu asked that Krishna says that we should be equal to friends and enemies and high, all kinds of people, and that can be very challenging. Bhaktivinoda Thakur actually, in that song Guru Dev Kripa Bindu Diya, says that Sakale Saman Korite Shakati Dehunata Jatayata. Please give me the power, the Shakti, give me the power to be equal to everyone appropriately. For example, if you have two children, and one child is, say, 3 years old, and one child is 23 years old, you don't treat them the same. They don't have the same privileges. And you may not speak to them in the same way. The parents' love is equal for all the children, but you have to treat children in a way that's appropriate, given their situation. And so, in that sense, we are equal to everyone, but we have to deal appropriately. The jatayata, that's Bhaktivinoda Thakur's word, which means appropriately. So, for example, one of the offenses against the holy name is to preach the glories of the Lord to the envious. And Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita that one who teaches this Gita to the devoted, at the end of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says the most dear devotee is the one who teaches this knowledge to those who are devoted and to those who are not envious. And so the obvious conclusion is that we don't teach it to those who are envious, actively envious. Because by not approaching the envious, that's the best we can do for them, because we minimize their offenses. And by teaching those who are receptive, they of course get even much greater benefits. So, yeah, so we can see everyone. For example, if someone in the family is sick, you may not go in their room because they have a contagious disease, but it's still your family. If someone in the family has a contagious disease, you don't hate the person, but you also don't go in the person's room. Or, for example, let's say someone in the family, God forbid, is crazy and violent. There are different kinds of madness, and sometimes madness takes a violent turn. So there may be someone in your family who's perhaps become deranged, and is violent, and so you avoid that person. You don't go near that person, but it's still your family, and you simply hope and pray that someday that person will recover from this mental illness. So basically, material consciousness is a type of mental illness that leads people to engage in all kinds of inappropriate and dangerous behavior. And Krishna says also in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 18, around text 30, when he's describing buddhi in the three modes of nature, which in this context means something like analytic intelligence. And Krishna says there that buddhi, intelligence and goodness, knows what is danger and what is not danger. So there are real dangers. Sometimes some, I would have to call them geniuses, say that we're just escaping, by taking to spiritual life. That is really brilliant. It's like if there's a fire in the house and you run out of the house and someone stays in the burning house and says, you're just escaping. All right? Geniuses. Just like in that first verse, the Samsara, Samsara Davana Lida Loka, the world is being consumed in the fire, the raging forest fire of material existence. So anyone that doesn't want to escape is basically an idiot. And of course, escaping doesn't mean you necessarily physically leave the world, because that is called Jivan Mukta. If you may stay in this world to serve Krishna and to help others, but you're a liberated soul. You're not really in the world, even though you have a body. So anyway, those are some of the points. Okay, going. So, thank you very much, Radha Vilas Prabhu, and my thanks to all of you. Hare Krishna. And thank all of you who were watching out there. Hare Krishna. See you later.
So we want to thank Maharaj for visiting us and sharing his wisdom. And we hope he won't be a stranger in the future. And thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So now we have our arti ceremony. Would you like to lead the art?
No.
Have you been comfortable? Everything's okay?
Oh, it's great. This is good. Oh, you mean, oh, in the seat. Yeah, I've just been curious. Get an idea of what it is. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's a real truth when you see one. It's the same type of thing. Kiba Jayo Jaya Gora Chande Arati Kesoba Kiba Jayo Jana Vitata Vane Jagamana Loba Navitata Mane Jagamana Loba Jayo Jaya Gora Chande Arati Kesoba Kiba Jayo Jaya Gora Chande
आरती के शोभा Chanavitata Vane Jagamana Loba Chanavitata Vane Jagamana Loba Kibadaki Nitaya Chan Manminga Dadhara Kibadaki Nitaya Chan Manminga Dadhara Nikate Advaita Shini Vasacharakara Nikate Advaita Shini Vasacharakara Kiba Jayo Jaya Gora Chande Arati Ke Sobha Kiba Jayo Janavitata Vane Jagamana Loba Janavitata Vane Jagamana Loba Koshina Chingora Chan Radna Singha Sane Kibaboshi Nachingora Chan Radha Singha Sane Arati Gorin Brahma Adi Deva Ganem Arati Gorin Brahma Adi Deva Ganem Jayo Jaya Gora Chan Arati Ke Sobha Kiba Jayo Jaya Gora Chan Arati Ke Sobha Chanavitata Vane Jagamana Loba Janavitata Vane Jagamana Loba Kibanara Hari Adhikari Shamaradulaya Kibanara Hari Adhikari Shamaradulaya Sanjaya Mukunda Vasu Gosa Adhikaya Sanjaya Jaya Jaya Gora Chande Arati Ke Sobha Kiba Jaya Jaya Gora Chande Arati Ke Sobha Janavitata Vane Jagamana Loba Janavitata Vane Jagamana Loba Kiba Shankar Bhaje Kanta Bhaje Bhaje Karatala Kiba Shankar Bhaje Kanta Bhaje Bhaje Karatala Madhura Midanga Bhaje Paramarasala Madhura Midanga Bhaje Paramarasala Madhur Madhur Mahadur baje, madur, madur, madur baje. Bolo madur, madur, madur baje, madur, madur, madur baje. Gorangera rotik soba, Jagajana mana loba. 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 Jagajana mana loba. Jagajana mana loba. Ni bolo Jagajana mana loba. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Rama. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Shiva Bahu Koti Chanda Jini Vadana Ujvala Shiva Bahu Koti Chanda Jini Vadana Ujvala Lala Dese Vanamala Kare Jalamala Lala Dese Vanamala Kare Jalamala Shiva Jaya Jaya Gora Chande Arati Ke Shobha Shiva Jaya Gora Gora Chande Arati Ke Shobha Jana Vitata Vane Jagajana Mana Loga Jana Vitata Vane Jagamana Loga Shiva Shiva Sukhanarada Heme Gada Gada Shiva Shiva Sukhanarada Heme Gada Gada Akati Vinoda Deke Gorana Sampada Akati Vinoda Deke Gorana Sampada Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hey Baba, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitagora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitagora Premanande ki jai. Jayom Vishnupad Paramahansa Pararajika Charasta Tarasta Tarashi Shishimari's Divine Grace Esti Bhakti Vedanta Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnavinda ki jai. Namacharya Sudha Haridas Thakur ki jai. Prem Shikoho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Shri Radha Krishna Gopinath Sam Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Ki Jai, Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai, Mayapur Dham Ki Jai, Tulasi Devi Ki Jai, Bhakti Devi Ki Jai, Ganga Maya Ki Jai, Jamuna Maya Ki Jai, Samaveda Bhakta Vinda Ki Jai, Nitai Gaur Premanandi Ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. All glories to the Sammal devotees, all glories to the Sammal devotees, all glories to the Sammal, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Ram, all glories to Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Namaste Nadasinhaya Palagadayini. Hiranyakashipurbhasaha Silatam Kanakalaye. Ito Nishinha Bhadato Nishinha Yato Yato Yamitato Nishinha. Ito Nishinha Bhadato Nishinha Yato Yato Yamitato Nishinha. Bayi Nishinha Idaye Nishinha Narashina Madim Saranam Prapade. Bayi Nishinha Hidaye Nishinha Narashina Madim Saranam Prapade. Tabakara Kamala Pade Nakama Advuta Singha. Dalita Hiranyakashipu Dhanubringam. Keshavadita Narahari Rupa. Jai Jagadesha Hare, Jai Jagadesha Hare, Jai Jagadesha Hare. Tavakara Kamala Bhare Nakam Bhaduda Shingam. Dalita Hiranyakashipu Dhanubringam. Keshavadita Narahari Rupa. Jai Jagadesha Hare, Jai Jagadesha Hare, Jai Jagadesha Hare. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Oh Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Rama Hare Hare. Bola Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Rama Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hari Bol 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 Nitai Gaur Premanandi Ki Jai, Shangidev Bhagavan Ki Jai, Gaur Premanandi Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. So next week is a very, very big, important week. It's the celebration of the appearance of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu the combined incarnation of Radha and Krishna, who came with his brother Balaram. Krishna and Balaram came together as avatars to spread the Harinam Sankirtan. So next Saturday, we're going to have Harinam Sankirtan with 300 people. Please mark it on your calendar. Next Saturday, what is it, the 4th of March. It's the 3rd. Okay, 3rd of March. Is it the 3rd? Wait a minute. Tuesday is the 3rd. It's 2nd. 3rd. So it's the 3rd? Okay, it's the 3rd of March. Okay. So everyone's invited to come. Please come. Children, parents, everything. We need minimum 300 people. We've always had 250 like that, but we want to go up to 300 this year. So, Prabhuji, you're going to come?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, if he's coming, then everybody has to come. It'll be the first time he's ever come on Sankirtan in the center of Seattle. We're going to meet in Westlake Park, that is right next to Nordstrom's, right in the center, right next to the Westlake Shopping Center, at around 1:30, between that 1 and 1:30. Right? We're going to have at least, I hope, 600 burritos. That's a lot of prasadam. And Mataji is going to be making them with her crew and her best servant, her husband. So we need your help. Please come. We want to make this a glorious Sankirtan with flags and banners and chanting and ecstasy. And after that, if you like, we have a program every Saturday night in Sodo, in the right next to the Rainier Brewery. Of course, we're not serving beer, you know. Well, we might have non-alcoholic beer, right? Yeah. But 3100 Airport Way. And there's a lot of this will be the 3rd time we're there. It's a lot of fun. And of course, Gaur Purnima is what? Is it the 3rd of March? Okay, Thursday. So we're going to have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday festival. Every day. Focusing on Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So please mark your date. Of course, it's not going to snow next week, so I hope. And then, so we want to thank tonight the sponsors of our feast, Radha Nila Madhava Devi Dasi. She is one of our favorite devotees. She's been associated with this temple since 1978. And she's a wonderful person, and she'll be here next week, and she couldn't make it today. Hari Desikan BD, what does BD stand for? Oh, okay, so Hari Desikan's birthday. Good. Because above that I had DD, Devi Dasi, so I didn't know it'd be. And then Vaishnavi's birthday. Okay. And Akshara Janani Praveen's birthday. Akshara Janani, she's here. So we have 3 birthdays. Do we have a birthday cake? All right. So let's get the cake ready. Put it into position to go forward with this birthday celebration. And of course, March 1st to the 4th is the Gaur Purnima celebration. Saturday at 1 o'clock, we will meet at Westlake Park. March 24th is Holi celebration in Marymore Park. Tell all your friends, Holi in Marymore Park. So please mark your calendar, Holi in Marymore Park. And then March 25th is Ram Navami. So we're going to have 2 big weekends in March of celebrations. Please get the word out for Holi in Marymore Park. And now we're going to have a birthday for Hari Desikan, Vaishnavi, and Akshara Janani Praveen. So Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Anyway, everyone be careful driving home tonight. I don't know if the snow covered the streets. It did. So be very careful. Every time it snows like this, I always drive very slowly. Very slowly. And no one will fault you for that. The worst thing to do is to drive fast downhill. And then you put your brakes on and you end up, in Lake Sammamish. You don't want to do that. And if you can avoid going downhill, it's better. One time I drove to California from here. When I got to the Oregon-California border, there's a big mountain there. I forget the name. What's the name of that mountain there? Huh? Yeah, no, it's not Mount Shasta. It's another mountain right on the border. So you have to go way up to the mountain and you have to come way down. I didn't go fast, and I didn't have chains. I had my SUV truck at that time. I didn't go faster than 5 miles an hour, up and down, and nothing happened. But I saw a lot of other people that had accidents, and I didn't have chains. Right? So if you go slow, you probably won't start sliding. But as soon as you get up 20, 25 miles, 30 miles, you think you own the world. You end up in a ditch. Okay, so it's Akshara Janani here, Vaishnavi, Hari Desikan, or Hari. Here we go. If they're still here, please come forward for your birthday. Where is Akshara Janani? Is it? Vaishnavi. Hari Krishna Vaishnavi. How old is Vaishnavi? 3 years old. Hari Bol. Any of the others here? Hari, Desikan, Akshara Janani. Okay, so we will have her birthday. Okay, Vaishnavi, come over here. Hari Bol. Where's your candle? Are we getting a candle? This is your birthday, Vaishnavi. Here's your candle. Look at that. It's so pretty, such a pretty cake. Look at that. Happy birthday. Okay. So we want you, Vaishnavi, to always be protected by Radha and Krishna, and they bless you with good intelligence. Always be faithful and submissive to your parents. Always listen to what your parents say. And above all, chant Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna to you. Hare Krishna to you. Hare Krishna, dear Vaishnavi. Hare Krishna to you. Haribol. Haribol. So now you have to blow out the candle. Try with your hand. Do like this, Vaishnavi. Yeah. Yeah. Very good. Very good. Yeah. That's all right. Give her help. Give her some help. There you go. Okay. So we have a present for Vaishnavi. And 1 second. Scotland is bigger than Vaishnavi. have a present for your birthday. Anybody else got a birthday?